Matt Ryan fakes. He throws open. Sideline catch is made. The first of the game for Julio Jones. Did a good job of reaching up that 6'4" frame and keeping his feet in.
Well, you'll see the matchup. It's Richard Sherman again. And really good route by Julio Jones. But a excellent catch. But Matt Ryan takes yet another hit by Cliff Averill and KJ Wright. And they're going to have to be careful with their quarterback. He has been popped at least 6 times today.
Firing on first down, Jones again to the 15-yard line. You know, Julio Jones, I said to Matt Ryan when we sat down with him here in Seattle, the pattern has been big game for Julio, then not a big game, other receivers. He said, well, this is going to be his day.
Well, I think even when Julio isn't a factor numerically in the receiving yardage game, that he takes so much attention off the other players.
Throwing on the run, it was a priority for him. Wide open, Julio Jones has it, and in the end zone, touchdown Falcons. The protection for Matt Ryan, and somehow Julio Jones put moves on to get in the clear and carry it into the end zone.
Well, I'll show you exactly what happened. Richard Sherman's lined up outside, and I think Kelsey McCray thinks they're playing thirds. Richard Sherman's right here playing man on the tight end, and Julio Jones is wide open. Can I say that? That's like, you shouldn't be able to get that open against the Seattle defense. Easy throw.
After that touchdown pass to a wide open Julio Jones, Richard Sherman really upset on the Seattle sideline with his own teammates. And you know, what makes this defense is their communication so much, Rondé, and there is a lack of it here.
You're absolutely right, Chris. Good defenses communicate well. It breeds understanding across all layers, and I don't know that I've seen Richard Sherman this upset in a long time. And the offense finally got a drive going that last possession.
4 out of 6 on that last drive, and open is Julio Jones again. First down up around the 43.
And oh my goodness, if he doesn't fall down right there, that could be a 80-yard touchdown. Julio Jones, you'll see him coming in motion right here, and it's just you used to call this a Viking pass because they did it all the time, but it's just 2 double ends, finding an area in the zone, and Matt Ryan, again, protected. The pocket was clean, made a great delivery.
Without a huddle, Ryan gets to the line. The quick snap, there's Julio Jones again. First down inside the 40. Julio said, I'm more patient this year about getting open, and he and Ryan have a good thing going.
Here's the matchup we wanted all day long, right? Julio versus Richard Sherman, and Julio got the better of 25 in blue right there on a quick slant route. They're matched up again right now.
6 catches, over 115 yards for Jones. Remember the pattern of big game, not so big game. 17-yard line. Julio Jones in motion. Matt Ryan with time. Julio turns and grabs the football at the 40. That ball was thrown with his back to Matt Ryan.
I'm glad you saw the same thing I saw, Chris, because Matt Ryan lets go of this ball, and Julio Jones is probably not even to the top of his route. But the one thing that this offense is doing right now, they're moving Julio around. Former fashion, he's getting off of Richard Sherman, and there he found a favorable matchup, and Matt Ryan found him.
And from the start of the program, we were excited about the Richard Sherman-Julio Jones matchup when those two lined up against each other.
And it hasn't disappointed at all, Chris. I tell you what, Julio Jones was birthed in a lab somewhere. He's a freak, and Richard Sherman says it, the hardest position on the field is cornerback. They both had their moments today. Richard Sherman hasn't affected the ball, but I promise you, at some point in this game, later in this game, one of these two players is going to make the deciding play. We're going to see which one it is. What a good football game we have going on right now, Chris.
And individual play, team play, a lot of energy and emotion, division lead.
I got to tell you what, this defense found a way right here. Richard Sherman, he came over with them in man-to-man, and they're trying to pick him with Jacob Tammy. But look at Jeremy Lane come over and help Matt Ryan. Nowhere to go with the ball, and Cassius Marsh.
He's throwing again, and off the fingertips, and intercepted! Earl Thomas has the pick. He's at midfield. Seattle has the football.
Chris, I was just getting ready to say, somebody on this Seahawks defense now has to make a play. And at the end of the day, This is a drop by Julio Jones. Earl Thomas right there being Johnny on the spot, tips and overthrows. That ball hits 11 right in the hands. And Earl Thomas, you give him a chance, he's going to make you pay. Good job by this Seahawks defense getting the ball back for their offense. And now all they got to do is go down, eat some of this clock, and get a field goal and steal a win from Atlanta.
Earl Thomas, the only starter on that Seattle defense. It was a first-round draft pick. Matt Ryan with time on fourth down for Julio Jones. Oh, and he can't bring it down with one hand. Seattle takes over, and Dan Quinn is hot. He wanted pass interference.
I'm not sure he's not wrong. You see them working. The matchup du jour, but Richard Sherman got away with it there. You see him grab Julio Jones' left arm or right arm as he went up to catch that. That should have been pass interference. But this defense is going to get away with one, much to the chagrin of their head coach, Dan Quinn. But give this defense credit.
When they needed to move the ball most, Seattle's defense stood up on a controversial no call.
I mean, that's pass interference. Richard Sherman's not going to say so. But he clearly impedes Julio Jones' ability to go get that football with both hands.